Hi friends, good to see you again all. I hope you all will be fine. And for all of you I pray that God fulfill all your dreams and give you lots of happiness. And my dear friends, every time I try my best to give you all latest news. Therefore, you are requested to sit tight on your seats and enjoy the latest news. The House of Representatives intends to vote on the economic reform law in the coming period, after the committee tasked with writing the final version arrives, and is accepted by all political parties. Perhaps talking about this law is no less important than talking about the rest of the other important laws awaiting approval in the House of Representatives, as the existence of any state depends primarily on the existence of a strong and solid economy, capable of standing up to economic fluctuations, and possessing the elements of growth and development over time. Naturally, any public activity cannot succeed and stabilize unless it has a solid law, ready to answer all future questions that will be raised, or in other words, it can address all future problems that may arise, through the ability of the legislator to read reality and the variables that accompany that activity. The talk about the economic reform law is of great importance, and as we said, it falls within the category of important laws that require great seriousness and great attention from the House of Representatives. Because those who follow the economic reality of the country find that there are many problems that accompany the work of this vital and important sector, and perhaps the most prominent problem is the lack of a unified law that addresses all administrative and legal activities related to the economic aspect. And if we say the economy, we will say investment and its problematic law, many of whose texts are still under consideration, and often reservations have been expressed by legal specialists, government departments and ministries, which have identified some articles that contribute to obstructing the procedures that contribute to concluding investment contracts. And there is industrial investment, which is a law no less important than the investment law, as it regulates the work of industrial projects for the private sector, and regulates the relationship between the employer and the owner of the land, which is often the Ministry of Finance, as it owns the largest share of the land. If we talk about the economy, we will talk about supporting the general budget and providing it with financial liquidity, especially since the government has taken upon itself the issue of diversifying imports and not being satisfied with oil as the main source of the budget. This matter requires many laws and legislations that help the government open new revenue outlets and diversify them in a way that achieves greater exploitation of the remaining natural resources of natural gas and other minerals such as sulfur and phosphate, and supporting the oil industry by building new refineries. These procedures must have a unified law that regulates the work of the relevant ministries and gives each ministry a specific role in the economic reform process, especially the ministries that manage the country's economic process, such as the Ministry of Finance in the first place and the Ministry of Trade and Industry as well as Agriculture. These are ministries that contribute to formulating the general system and establish the state's philosophy in managing its economy. But what we need for the purpose of contributing to writing the law is to publish the draft law to public opinion, for the purpose of reviewing it and making comments on it to reach a solid law that accommodates all the transformations and changes that may occur in the economy from all aspects, and to strive to build a strong Iraqi economy based on industrial and agricultural production, and to frame trade relations between Iraq and other countries with a law that defines the duties and rights of all. The economic reform law is a law for all Iraqis, and its legislation in the coming period is very necessary, given the existence of many problems that have caused the Iraqi economy to suffer from countless crises, all due to the absence of a legal text that addresses these problems, provides solutions for them, and obliges the state and the private sector to proceed according to specific procedures to achieve the goals set by this law. Yes dear, all this is very good news for Iraqi dinar revaluation. Thanks, take care.